Hi, Michelle here with StrawBearie.com, and today I'm participating in the Walking on Sunshine Craft Hop. In this video, we're going to be making some cute swimsuit cover-ups out of old t-shirts. For my first swimsuit cover-up, I am using this shirt that I used as a demo in my heat press video, which I will leave a link to. And the transfer came with the heat press, and it was free, and it was just a hilarious transfer. And then I got a stain on the shirt. So the shirt was kind of ruined, but I thought it would work to turn it into a swimsuit cover-up. I've seen a lot of swimsuit cover-ups lately show up on my feed and Facebook as an ad, and saw some on Pinterest, and I just thought that this would look really cute. So I'm using a kind of a caged effect, and here I have just done my first sleeve. So what I've done is I'm using my rotary cutter, and I've just cut straight through both layers of the sleeve. They're about, I don't know, almost an inch, maybe half an inch. I think it was more like half an inch between each stripe. And of course that top one I have to make a little smaller. It's because it's just one stripe, not two, not one on the front and one on the back. It's just one on the top. And as I just cut through each of them, I'm going from like where the seam is up at the shoulder to the seam for the hem of the sleeve. And I'm just cutting each of those. If they don't cut all the way through, I do use my scissors to clean it up. And then I stretch and pull each of those pieces of fabric so it makes it more like strings than pieces of fabric. And it kind of gives this caged look, and I really like how it looks on the sleeves. And I might do this with a t-shirt that I'm going to wear as a t-shirt and just have it as the sleeves having this caged effect, because I think that looks really, really cool. Alright, so now it's time for me to do the front of the shirt, and I decided I wanted kind of a V-neck, and then I wanted it to go up a little higher on the sides, so shorter or deep. I don't even know what I'm saying here, but as you can see, I'm kind of following that V-neck with some chalk, and I'm going up, and then I'm going to come back down towards the bottom of the armpit. So hopefully that makes sense. That was kind of the look I was going for. And I'm basically going to do the same thing with this as I did with the sleeves. I'm going to take my rotary cutter, and I'm going to cut all the way from that chalk line all the way down to the bottom hem where the hem is sewn. And my shirt's kind of long, so I had to grab a yardstick to do this. Now I'm just using the width of my yardstick as a guide to how far apart that I should make each of these cuts. And that just made it really quick and simple to make each of the cuts. This video is part of the Walking on Sunshine Hop. As things are heating up around here in the Northern Hemisphere, we are YouTube creators who are just full of sunshine, and we're hoping that you find each project that we make as bright as the next. At the top of my description box, you'll find a link to the next person in the lineup, and I hope that you'll take time to watch all of the videos in the hop, and while you're there, comment and like and subscribe, and you can also use the hashtag Walking on Sunshine to find all the videos in this hop. And some of the people might also be offering prizes, so check everybody out and read my description box for all the details. Again, I kind of clean up with my scissors for anything that didn't go all the way through both layers, and just making sure that they've all cut really well. I kind of did the center section first because my cutting mat was a little small. I didn't feel like getting out my giant cutting mat. So I did the center section, and then I did one side, and then I did the other side, just to make sure that I could get them all on my cutting mat. And in fact, I was kind of running off the edge at the bottom on some of these, but it works. I was able to get them all. Then of course you stretch and pull each of the pieces of fabric so that they're more stringy. And I did realize in the back I'd accidentally cut through all the way on one, so I just tied those together, and I don't think anyone's ever going to notice that I made that little mistake right there. And just kept stretching, and this is, this cover up is more for show. It's not really going to cover up a whole lot. Had to spend a little extra time stretching where the transfer was, but now you're not even going to notice that that transfer was there. Or you'll notice that there was something there, but you're not going to be able to tell what it was. And my cover up is done.
The idea with this cover up, it doesn't like cover a whole lot of the swimsuits, but I usually wear pretty modest looking swimsuits. But my shoulders and my chest area up here usually gets sunburned pretty badly, so I wanted to make sure that I had coverage from getting sunburned, at least, wearing this swimsuit cover up.
My second swimsuit cover up is going to be a skirt. So I am taking this t-shirt and I'm cutting it across right at the armpits so I can just use this bottom half of the fabric. And this one is not going to be a cage. This one's actually going to be more fringe. And so I'm using my yardstick again, and I am running it on my fabric. But then I kind of realized that I wanted an angle with this. So what I'm doing is I'm just drawing a chalk line from one diagonal to the other, and I am starting and stopping my cuts on that chalk line that I made so that my fringe will be angled, and I'm using the width of my yardstick again just as my guide for how wide my little strips are going to be. And this one actually went pretty fast. There wasn't a whole lot of figuring out with it, just cutting each of them, and it's going to make the cutest little sarong. And I've seen a bunch of fringe sarongs as swimsuit cover-ups, and that was kind of the idea that I was going for. Oh, there is a graphic on the back of this t-shirt. You didn't see that at the beginning. I'm cutting any spots that didn't go all the way through, just making sure all my fringe is cut well. And then you know the drill. I'm going to stretch and pull each piece of fringe so that they're more stringy and less fabric-like. So I'm going to pull each of those, and where there was a design on the back side, I am having to spend just a little bit more time because the paint or the transfer that was on that section doesn't stretch as easily, so you just kind of take your time with those pieces a little bit more until they are all stringy. And then I realized I needed a way to actually put this skirt on. So at this side where the fringes were the longest, I went ahead and cut all the way through so that I can tie it on as a wrap skirt or as a sarong.
For the sarong skirt, you're going to turn it upside down so that bottom hem is where you're going to tie it around your waist. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and in the comments, let me know if you've ever cut a t-shirt and what did you make. I'm walking on sunshine, woo-hoo. I'm walking on sunshine, woo-hoo. And don't